The originator of the phrase press is, the fourth estate was Edmund Burke, who said newspapers should be both a daily teacher and a daily tribune. Joseph Pulitz. What is embargo? A ban on publication before a specific date. National Press Day in India is on 16th November. Who defined communication as social interaction through messages? George Gerbner. Mathematical model of communication was developed by Wilbur Saccharum. The terms media determinism, global village, and hot and cool media were conceptualized by Marshall McLuhan. What is yellow journalism? Sensationalistic or biased stories that are present as objective truth. What is proxemics? The study of how individuals use space to communicate. Who published the first newspaper in the world? Johanna Carolus. In 1605, language was German. First English newspaper in the world? Oxford Gazette, 1665, England. Which is India's and Asia's first printed newspaper? Hickey's Bengal Gazette in 1780. When was censorship first introduced on Indian press? 1795. When was the Vernacular Press Act passed? 1876. Which is the first Hindi newspaper? Udant Markand in 1826. When did the Hindu newspaper first published? 1878. When was Amrit Bazar Patrika started? 1868. In which language was Amrita Bazar Patrika first published before changing over to English language? Bengali. Which was the first vernacular paper in India? Samachar Darpan. 1818. Which is the oldest English daily in India? Times of India. 1838. Newspaper founded by Swami Vivekananda? Prabuddha Bharatha. Newspaper published by Raja Ram Mohan Roy? Sambad Kaumudi. Who started domestic news agency called the Associated Press of India (API) in 1908? K.C. Roy. Which act regulation empowered the magistrates to confiscate press property which published objectionable material likely to cause incitement to murder, acts of violence against the extremist nationalist activity? Newspaper, Incitement to Offences, Act, 1908. When was Indian Languages Newspapers Association formed? 1941. Who headed the Commission on Freedom of the Press, 1942 to 1947? Hutchins. What is called as a point of view of the newspaper? Editorial. A person or group who has control over what information is disseminated to the audience is known as newscaster. What is morgue in journalism? News library. Media is omnipotent is a concept implied in which theory? Magic bullet theory. The news of important public events appearing in the front sections of a newspaper is called hard news. Largest news agency in India? Press Trust of India. The first printed work using movable types by Gutenberg took place in Germany. The first printed work was by Johannes Gutenberg was the Bible. When was radio renamed as All India Radio? 1936. AIR is also termed as Akashvani. In which year the Prasar Bharati Act enacted? 1997. Who launched the first public service broadcasting in world? BBC. In broadcast journalism, the term back timing refers to the practice of rehearsing the final segment of a news broadcast and timing it. Removing unwanted area of picture is called cropping. A journalist who is not attached with any newspaper is called freelancer. Identification mark written on the top of news story page is called credit line. A large size headline across the entire page is called banner. When Mahatma Gandhi was in South Africa, he started which newspaper? Indian Opinion. Name the newspaper that did not publish the news of the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi on its front page. The Hindu. Who was called a fighting editor by Mahatma Gandhi? C.K. Rama Rao. In which newspaper did Gandhi write, "I have taken up journalism not for its sake, but merely as an aid to what I have conceived to be my mission in life"? Young India. Aurobindo was the editor of Vande Mataram. Who founded the newspaper National Herald? Jawaharlal Nehru. When did Doordarshan start functioning in India? 1959. When did Doordarshan switch over to color transmission? 1982. Which is the first private channel in India? ZTV, October 1992. Which newspaper first launched an internet edition in India? The Hindu. Which newspaper first launched an internet edition in Malayalam? Deepika. Which was the first Indian newspaper to appoint an ombudsman? Times of India. Self-censorship in media is mainly exercised by the editor. What is plagiarism? Unauthorized use of another person's copyright material without permission or acknowledgement. Tabloid newspaper is of small size with 4 columns. The reading of the script to check the errors is called proofreading. Paid news syndrome was first reported during the assembly elections in 2009 in Maharashtra. J. Gopikrishnan, who unearthed the 2G spectrum scandal, was a reporter of The Pioneer. What is the name the educational channel of Doordarshan? Gyandarshan. In mass communication, what is a detailed account of the coming event called curtain raiser? Condensing a story is generally referred to as in the newspaper offices as boiling down. How many members are required for composition for Press Council of India? As per Press Council Act, the council shall consist of a chairman and 28 other members. The chairman of Press Council of India is selected by a committee consisting of chairman of Rajya Sabha, Speaker of Lok Sabha and a person elected by the members of the council. Which section of IPC defines the offence of defamation? 499. When news or pictures running over 2 pages in the middle of the newspaper, it is called as center spread. A piece of news obtained and published by one newspaper before its competitors is known as exclusive. The nodal agency of the Government of India to disseminate the information to the print media in government policies? Press Information Bureau. The first chairman of the Press Council of India was Justice J. R. Mudholkar. What is the full form of DAVP? Directorate of Advertising and Visual Publicity? Which is the nodal agency of the Government of India for advertising by various ministries and organizations of Government of India, including public sector undertakings and autonomous bodies? DAVP. The most authentic and dependable circulation figures of newspapers in India are published by Audit Bureau of Circulations. To publish a newspaper, the first step would be to register it with the Registrar of Newspaper.
Thanks for watching Speed GK YouTube channel. Please support our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and also please share this video with your friends. Thank you.